Everyone told me I needed years of experience before I could even think of writing the CISA exam. Yes, people at different forums, people at work, even people I respected so much that were already in the field. They clearly told me that I needed 3 to 5 years of experience before I could attempt to write the CISA exam. But guess what? I did it in 6 months with no traditional IT audit background. And today I am going to be breaking down exactly what I did so you can also do it. Back to Liars Academy. I am Layo, an IT audit and risk professional. And on this channel is where I help new and aspiring auditors break into this field with clarity, confidence, and a real plan. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Let's get into it. Thank you for coming along with me. Like I said, I am going to be showing you how I passed my CISA exam with no IT audit background. Let me give you some context. I actually did not walk into IT audit through a traditional tech path. Like, I did not have any IT audit background. I actually came from an accounting background, and I actually had to figure out how the IT audit field works from the scratch. So when I started studying for my sister, it was a whole work for me. I had to actually understand not just the content of what the CISA course or curriculum was, but I was able to understand and learn how to think like an IT auditor. So that's reframe changed everything for me. I am going to be saving you months of confusion of what I went through. And like I said, this is what Liars Academy is all about. So that you don't go through the pains I went through while I was trying to transition into IT audit. Yeah, is actually the first thing. A lot of people kept saying, "Oh, you need experience. You need experience. You can't just write CISA exam like that." Well, that's actually not true. Yes, you don't require a CISA certificate before you transition or start your IT audit career, but I would recommend that you get your CISA certificate in the first year or the second year once you start your job. One of the things people get wrong about the CISA exam is that they think it's actually a very technical exam. No, it is not. CISA will test your understanding of your audit principles. It's going to test your understanding of governance. It's going to test your understanding of risk management and information system at a very conceptual level. You are not going to be asked to configure firewalls. You are not going to be asked to do anything technical. You are going to be asked how an IT auditor actually thinks risk and controls. Yes. So once you understand that, and that was what I was able to understand, the content of the course, the curriculum became much more clearer for me. Okay. So like I said, CISA would test not coding skills, not anything technical. It will test your audit mindset, how you evaluate risk and control. And this is one of the things I've been saying in most of my videos. As an IT auditor, the first thing you should think is risk. Risk. Can you evaluate risk and controls? And it's going to test your control knowledge, design of versus operating effectiveness, and also your risk-based approach to every engagement. Okay. There are actually 5 domains in CISA, and the domains are auditing and information system, ranks 18%, governance and management of IT, 18%, IS acquisition and development, that's information system acquisition and development, 12%, information system operations, 26%, and the last is the protection of information assets. I am going to be covering this in more depth in a very separate video later on. So please make sure you subscribe if you are yet to subscribe. I'm going to cover this in a separate video. But for you right now on this video, I'm just doing this so that you can know the framing. The framing of how the CISA is configured matters a lot to us. Now, here is the actual breakdown of what I did over 6 months to pass my CISA exam. Month 1 to 2, I focus purely on understanding the fundamentals. I keep saying your fundamentals are very, very important. Whatever you are doing, if the foundation is weak, what can the righteous do? I focus on understanding the fundamentals. I did not jump into questions immediately, and that's where a lot of people get it wrong. You want to write an exam, you just start practicing questions. You start practicing past questions. You are going to fail gallantly. Okay? Don't jump into questions immediately. I actually read through the ISACA materials I got at that time, took notes in plain language, nothing technical. I just took my own personal notes that made sense to me. And then I also started watching some explainer videos for me to just understand the concepts, like, random videos like this video I'm doing. I would come across someone's video who talked about the CISA exam, just for me to understand the concept. And then month three, I started doing practice questions, but I treated every wrong answer as a lesson. So I was not just doing the practice question. For each time I got a question wrong, I would treat it as a lesson, not a failure. Then I pick the topic, I go in depth, and I start studying that particular topic. I would go back and understand why I got the answer wrong and what, the real ISACA way of thinking was, or the real way I should have thought as an IT auditor. Month 4, I increased my question volume significantly. Yep. I started doing like 50 to 100 questions per day. And then month 5 was the month that I took 2 full length mock exams. So I'd studied over the month, and then at month 5 I decided to take mock exams. And the mock exams actually helped me to identify the domains that I was still lacking, like the domains that I still was not up to par on. So I spent my month 6 in deep diving into those weak areas alone. I did not restudy the things that I already knew. I only focused on the ones that I knew, like I did, badly on during my mock exam. So that was it. Deep study only in month 6, because I had already studied over the past months. Okay, I will be honest with everybody on this video. What actually helped me pass was not the ISACA materials. The ISACA materials are a little bit dry. I actually used some other resources, online resources, study materials. There was a particular one, I can't remember the name right now, but that was one of the things that I used that helped me, because it was in plain language. It was very easy for me to understand. And that is one of the brains behind my IT Audit Fundamentals book. First of all, you need to understand core concepts. Understand IT Audit in simple terms before you jump into your CISA exam. The ISACA official materials are good, but however, you need something that explains concepts in a way that would actually stick to you. If you haven't gotten my IT Audit Fundamentals, you might want to try it out, because I have 10 chapters where I explained IT audit concepts, risk control, walkthroughs and thereabouts in depth. Okay, so that is what I did. Another thing is that you cannot do this alone. Okay, you need a community. If you are studying alone for 6 months, it is hard. Find a study group or a partner. Okay, this was one of the things I did not have, and I created my IT audit community. Now, if you are here, you are studying for your CISA, you can join my community where I'll be sharing insights, where I share insights on daily topics and things that can help you, and I can also answer your questions in my community. Okay, so if you're interested in joining my community, I'll drop the link in this video also. Another thing is that the ISACA official question bank starts doing those questions. Those questions eventually helped me. Okay, I started using it from month 3, and it helped me a lot even while I did my mock exam. It was very, very helpful. So these are some of the things that I use to help me. CISA is not out of reach for you. What it requires from you is the right approach, consistent study, and understanding how IT auditors think. You cannot memorize, you cannot cram if you want to write your CISA exam. Okay, you need to understand daily concepts, you need to understand the IT audit concept. If you want a structured study point, you can check out my IT audit roadmap. It's going to help you study. It's going to walk you through the exact path from beginner to career ready. Even if you are not ready to take your CISA exam and you're just transitioning into IT audit, which I recommend for a lot of people, you don't have to start pursuing certification when you have not even started a job in IT audit. Okay, so these are some of the things you need to remember before I go. CISA test audit thinking, not technical skills. Your background is an asset. Whatever your background is, it is an asset. Have a focused 6-month plan. Don't rush into doing it. It is enough for you to stay consistent. Okay? Wrong answers are your best teachers. When you do past questions or you do your mock exam and you get wrong answers, make sure you go back to those topics and restudy it. Okay? Community and structure accelerate everything. Have a study partner. Who are you talking to? Have a community. People would encourage you. People will show you what they did also to be successful. Lastly, your starting point does not determine your ceiling. Yes, some of you have written the CISA exam, you did not pass on the first attempt. Please don't drop it. Make sure you take it up. Make sure you try it again. Make sure now you have a structured path, a structured learning plan, and you give yourself time. I did all this and I was able to pass my CISA exam on my first attempt, even though I passed just with a whisker. But I passed. That's the good thing, okay? If you know you like or enjoy this content, make sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure you learn with purpose, you grow with confidence, and you lead with grace. My name is Layo. I am the founder of Layers Academy. Have a pleasant day.